Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just comes and it happens, and then I don't know. I feel like there should be like one more like.
Yeah, you're right.
They're a
Let's
little
talk to our
touchy.
music writer, huh?
Yeah. Whatever.
You wrote that.
Hey guys, we're back. 4 friends, no boundaries.
Yeah, that's what we've been telling people.
That's the thing we say. Episode 179 of What the Podcast.
Whoa, 179. That's crazy.
What the Podcast, not What the Podcast.
Of course.
I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
Together we are.
Ryan and John.
On the couch as always, Kara Tafoya.
What is happening?
What do you mean? Okay, well, that's,
She's
actually
just
that's pretty
finish it.
standard.
Just
That's pretty
finish
standard.
it.
And joining us this week, Annie the Scovement, Comma the Lovely.
Oh,
Just moments ago, I accused her of not brushing her teeth, but
yeah.
She
it really,
does,
It really hit
it
me.
was pretty off the cuff.
I know.
It really upset me.
I know. Hey,
Is that like
I didn't mean it.
Some deep rooted trauma there?
No,
Did you
I
get made
think
fun of
just
as a kid or
because-
something?
I just came out swinging. That was
Fine. Okay, I'll just admit it live on the internet. I have tonsil stones.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a huge symptoms of it is that you have bad breath. So I'm kind of obsessed with like always chewing gum or mint or something or
So is this something you've always had, or is this a recent
I think it's
discovery?
just like no, I think I just have always been afraid that I smell bad.
You're discovering a
damn.
subconscious thought you've always had.
No, I think that he called me out being
triggered
like,
it.
you
I
should try
triggered it.
brushing your teeth. Just like
I'm sorry. I didn't. Hey, Annie.
wow.
I recently on the
Respect.
TikTok shop bought a tongue scraper, so I'm right there in the trenches with you.
Absolutely
I'm
disgusting.
thinking of
Who let you on the TikTok shop?
I know.
That's a dangerous spot for
Oh
you.
yeah, we never talked about that last week.
I'm thinking of get one of those the water flossers I always see
Yeah,
on the TikTok shop.
same.
Do you think it's any good? Any of that stuff?
The TikTok shop?
Oh,
no,
no.
it's all coming from
And
the
I'm
same
sure
place.
It's covered in
It's
lead.
all from China.
Shein or
Yeah,
No,
It's the
there's
same
some
Ali-
actually local sellers. I bought
AliExpress.
something from a woodworker guy.
Most of them come from China, though.
I think it's like Amazon, where you can just list stuff.
Yeah, sure.
So like, yeah, somebody could be a local seller selling
My
stuff
stuff
on
is
TikTok
great.
shop.
It was really well made.
I love that.
So.
I'm happy for you.
But your
I put out
camera.
I put out a vlog, a mini vlog recently.
Loved it.
From a $15 camera
Loved it.
I got on TikTok shop. Same order, got a tongue scraper. So
So gross.
it's been doing wonders for me.
Wait, you already have it.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought
been
you
using it?
ordered
It
it.
Yeah, I've been
came with
using
the
it.
cameras.
That's
Well,
that's what
it
I picked
didn't
up.
come with the camera. It wasn't like
It
buy a
was
camera,
shipped
get a
with the
tongue scraper.
cameras.
But
How
it
is the tongue
was
scraper?
you have to spend a certain amount of money to get free shipping. So I was like, okay, tongue scraper.
What
Throw
was the
that in
total?
there.
Just real quick, what was the total on that bag?
I don't
40?
remember.
I don't remember.
No, I think it was like 30. I think it had to be over 25 or something.
Awesome.
Great. Can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, you want to show them the new tech we have in the studio?
Yeah.
I'd like you to
Oh.
demonstrate.
Yeah, hold on.
Your favorite part of this new mixing board we're using.
Yeah, you got it. 1 second. Wait, is it? I can't remember now. Oh no. Hey.
They can't see it. They don't know what you're talking
Air horn.
about.
Oh, we got
It's
the
I said a mixing board. They know exactly.
the
what we're talking about.
Rodecaster Pro 2, and I'm gonna just take it for a spin real quick.
This is what my voice sounds like
For
when I
just-
talk through the Rodecaster 2. And confirmed, it just changes my voice.
yeah.
Wait, what? I'm so jealous.
Wait,
This
why?
is like-
You have to set it. You have to set it to change everybody.
Okay. Wait.
I want to
This
see.
is I want to set it for Annie so she could be like, like at a moment's notice. And then there's like,
I want you to set it for somebody and us have to guess what it sounds like.
We are from the future.
Whoa.
Oh, that that's a good
Wait,
one.
why doesn't it work for us? It's so frustrating.
Taking over. Well, I'm sure you can set that.
and then
That's
if
hard
you
to
remember this
understand.
classic from the 25-hour podcast. Yo ho, thieves and beggars, hoist the colors high. That classic.
I think our views are going to go down.
Well,
Our
you know what's
listeners,
so
for sure.
crazy?
good thing we don't do it for the views, right?
Imagine the effects don't work, and then we just like put the episode together, and it's just you doing all that.
It's
in
just
your normal
me,
voice.
completely dry. Yeah, yeah.
I wish.
Well, enough lollygagging, me hearties.
What's up?
Let's get right to it. Over the weekend, we lost an NFL legend. 11,000
was
yards
I was so
ran
confused.
in his career.
Don't forget those
0
yards he was
murder
running from the
convictions.
cop.
0 murder convictions.
Cool car.
White Bronco.
Hey, Bronco. O.J. Simpson finally bit the dust to rectal cancer, right?
No,
Prostate.
prostate.
Well, it's in there.
It was close.
Well,
It's one of those things.
have you heard the rumors?
Give it to me.
I saw a rumor
I
today.
hate this
Historical
already.
fiction. I saw a rumor that on his deathbed he confessed to killing Nicole Brown Simpson.
I did see this.
And that everyone who was in the room had to sign an NDA. That his children
He
had
made
to
his
sign
whole
an NDA.
family, everybody that came to see him on his deathbed, sign NDAs.
Wouldn't
he
that
knew
be
he was dying.
Leaks in.
null and void once he died?
No. His estate
I-
could go after him, I'm
His
sure.
estate.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be worth it because everyone already believes he did. So
Not Ryan.
you don't believe he did it.
Well,
You
it's
don't
just
think
it's
he
crazy
did it?
because the killer's still out there somewhere. You know?
Did you?
No.
If the
I
glove
vote
doesn't
if I did
fit, you
it.
must
No,
acquit.
That's so crazy.
No.
If the glove
Disclaimer.
doesn't
I don't
quit,
think I sent it to
fit,
you.
you must acquit.
I sent this
Annie
video
sent me the best
today,
TikTok today.
and it was literally this guy's like explaining how the whole case fell onto that quote that if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. And that OG tries to fix these gloves on his hands, and they're like, oh, it doesn't fit. He goes, what's wild is that there's a whole football game where he's broadcasted in the gloves,
So funny.
talking on the mic.
They're like
wearing
they
the
find these gloves at the scene of the crime. And they're like they don't fit him, so they're not his gloves.
I knew
But it's
that.
like they literally show a clip of him. Yeah, he's like
They had
broadcasting.
them, like has them literally.
He's literally
on.
wearing them.
He's
So
wearing
funny.
them. And the best part is like there's been so
Must
many
have quit.
people who've debunked that. In
glove
that
thing?
little like the glove thing. Well, when it's like rubber gloves, trying to put something on top of rubber gloves is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And then two, like they had blood on them. It would have dried. It would have hardened the leather. So yeah, it would have been harder to get them on.
Yeah, yeah.
And then on top of that, it was like the whole thing where like the guy in the video was like, yeah, his he stopped taking his arthritis medication.
Yep.
So his like fingers
fingers were
swelled.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Golden.
it was thing after
So
thing after
funny.
thing. And I was like, you know what? Craziest part is he did it.
I never watched that documentary that
crazy.
came out.
You're talking about the
OJ versus
docudrama,
the people.
the people versus O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
It was a drama.
I never
Yeah.
watched
It
it.
was like a dramatic retelling of the trial. I didn't either, but
I want to watch it now.
it gripped the nation. It was
Yeah.
like people,
Yeah, it was like a
everybody stopped
generation
watching
for us.
TV and stopped watching, everything else to just watch the live. First, was it the first TV streamed?
I think so.
I don't
There
think
was
so.
there was a
Court case?
No, there are other ones before.
There's a mom that I follow on Facebook who posted today, like thinking about like OJ passing away and how it was my freshman year at Stanford Law, and me and all of my college dorm room
Yeah.
mates watched
Yep.
the whole trial.
It fell in the it. I think it's still such a phenomenon because it fell at the perfect time. For one, it was like still fresh that the Rodney King riots had just been happening like 2 or 3 years before or something like that. And so all eyes were on police brutality and how they treat black people.
That makes sense because I was listening to a radio show the day that he died, and they were like talking about him. It was a sports radio show.
Yep.
And they were like, and one of the people was like talking about the Rodney King thing, and I was like, what? Like,
It was people were
felt like a
drawing
podcast
really
show.
strong connections because it was like, oh, they're just trying to nail OJ. He didn't do it, whatever.
Yeah.
Also, like 2 years later, this case was like almost they would have scanned his DNA. I mean, his blood was all over the scene.
Oh.
But it was they weren't using DNA
So what-
in these cases
where did the
yet.
blood come from? Did he get cut or something? What was the thing? Like, how did
He's
how,
he got cut by the
and there
probably
was no like wounds recorded on
there
his
was like
body
a
at the
struggle,
time?
Yeah, I don't know.
He murdered 2 people. There was gonna be blood on it.
No, I'm saying like
No, his own blood. His own
So
blood.
there must have been
Yeah.
there must have been something that gotten like, he must have gotten injured, and was that like recorded as like
I don't
I'm
know all
sure
the
there was.
details,
On
but
him?
it was something like that. Like they found
Crazy.
3 different people's blood at the crime scene, and
The saddest day for
Just
me
barely
was
missed him.
realizing that, like, when you're old enough to realize that, like, the more expensive lawyers you have, or the richer you are, basically, the more likely you are to get away with crimes, and that is
yeah.
so crazy to me. Because I feel like I grew up and it was like, oh, yeah, like if you do something, it was very black and white. Like you either you do something, you get
Sure.
caught, you get in trouble, like you go to court, you get convicted. But like I feel like it's not like that anymore. Like, well, not today, but I'm saying like surely in the 80s. And
I wonder if
90s.
there's data on that where they can confirm that like you're better off with a private attorney as opposed to like a district attorney.
Yeah.
There's got to be, right?
Well, it's the
Oh, private
it's
attorney
the
for sure.
private attorneys and the what is it? It's like the state The ones who just work for the courthouse.
Yeah, district attorney.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, DA.
I thought they called something else.
No. Or a public defender.
Public defender.
that would be
defender.
the right- that would be
Those
the
people
right
are kind of the people who are just like, let's finish my job. Like, I don't care what
Yeah,
happens to these
DAs
people.
are always on the side of like the court. So like the DAs is like, you know, they're the ones like, oh, he did this crime against, you know, the city of whatever.
Right. Or if you just can't afford one, because that's one of your
Public defender.
rights, right? One of
Yeah,
your constitutional
absolutely.
rights.
I don't know. Maybe that's not a thing. I feel like a lot of times like big celebrities.
No,
get
I'm
away
sure
it
it is.
is.
Yeah, they
It's
work
like-
they work harder inherently because they're
They
just
also pay off the court in different ways.
go ahead.
Like people, like celebrities who've done like tax fraud and like
Sure.
all this stuff, they'll just pay their way out.
Well, and there's a lot
Like
of
pay the
politics
fines,
in
you mean,
it.
like settle out
pay
of
the
Like
court.
fines.
Shakira.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay. Yes.
Word.
Shakira,
Great.
Shakira.
Heard. Check.
I thought you meant like they're paying the jury.
Yeah, that's what
I was
heard.
like,
no.
well, maybe.
No.
You were
Do you hear
so hard to defend it.
Donald Trump is in that court case for what's her name, Stormy Daniels, and apparently he fell asleep in court yesterday. Yep, just
Busy guy running for
Busy
president,
guy, you
dodging
know?
bullets.
dude's got a lot going on.
Yeah, I guess
right now.
he's got a lot going on. I don't know what it is, but go ahead.
I wish that one was televised. Like, I wish we could just pop in and watch that.
Why is it not being televised?
I think it's a choice to have. You can have the cameras in or not. It's like a choice.
Trump was probably
between-
like, hell no.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Probably say
Yeah.
something stupid on the stand, or
Well, he probably
that's-
doesn't want the full facts out there.
and that's a lot to ahead of a campaign. Yeah,
There's like the reason that there's some people do it. Like the first to answer your question, first
you.
ever fully televised court case was 1991, and OJ was 1994.
okay, so just 3 years.
3 years
before.
prior. So yeah,
So what was it?
it was.
Do we know?
Pamela Smart.
Don't know her.
Pamela Smart. She was
She cut
convicted.
that guy's wiener off.
Nope, that not her.
Thank you.
No, she was an accomplice to first degree murder and conspiracy and witness tampering of her death, Gregory Smart.
Dang.
So husband
And they
and
televised
brother.
it. Certainly, I'd say the most famous one. Maybe second only being that Amber Heard Johnny Depp case. I feel like that was big on
See,
TV.
I think that the reality is we missed the time in which like televised
court
cases
cases were televised.
were like that's what everyone's watching.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think arguably like Casey Anthony, the Menendez brothers, like those were the ones that when I think of like
They were all on TV.
they put it on TV in hopes that the court of public opinion would save them.
Right.
In the same way that Johnny Depp did.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Depp had it televised because he was like, if everyone can see both sides of the story, then I'm not going to get like
and
as
that's
screwed.
it certainly worked out for him.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot.
But I would say I agree in the sense that I think that one's up there.
Crazy. What you got for me?
Yeah, in civil cases it's different. In criminal
Okay.
cases, it depends. It looks like in California that it's defined by the Supreme Court of the state whether or not things should be televised, and it has to do with whether or not it would serve the public knowing the details of the case or not.
Like if it was better for
But in
public
civil
safety
courts,
or something.
I think in civil cases the defendant or like both sides can agree on it or whatever, but. In
So
criminal
stupid.
courses,
Yeah.
in criminal cases in California, again, it might be different as everywhere else, but in California, the Supreme Court of the state decides whether or not it can be televised. And like I said, it was interesting. It said, especially obviously criminal cases, but it said something about like the wording was interesting. I missed it.
I
but-
could see them televising OJ's in hopes that whatever were to happen, more riots didn't start.
Oh, here it is. Supreme Courts determine whether or not if it's in the public's interest to be televised by the trial or not.
So they
Which is
just
so interesting.
if
They just
people-
decide.
Yeah, if people really want to see it, they are like, okay, fine, yeah.
I feel like the book thing is pretty crazy, right?
What?
That he wrote that book. Has anybody
If I
read
Did It?
If I
He
Did It?
didn't.
I
He
wanna
didn't.
read
It
it.
was ghostwritten.
Okay, but like he for
didn't
sure
write it.
put his stamp of approval on
Yeah,
a book
he
called
fully was
If I
like,
Did It,
it was mine.
by O.J. Simpson.
You should read it.
Did you? Oh yeah.
I-
I think
a lot-
meant like because it's great.
A lot of these celebrity books are ghostwritten, but yes, it looks like it
Could be
says it's
good.
by O.J. Simpson. So.
It could be good.
You read it and you liked it.
I need to
could-
read
No,
it.
I
could
haven't
be
read
good.
it.
Kara, you
That's not my kind of book.
Sick sicko.
You
Not my
sick,
kind of
sick
My kind of book
sicko.
is someone fully covering up a murder and getting away with it.
Okay.
Wow, that was spicy.
but fiction.
That was wild.
Butt fiction.
Okay.
I wonder how much I did it.
Let's
was.
talk about Coachella.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
the book's called "I Did It."
Oh.
Just so you know,
I Did It?
I Did It by O.J. Simpson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I think there
Not
was.
If I Did
no,
It?
No. There was something
No,
about
it's not
that
I Did It.
where they had him change the cover so the if is really small.
Yes, you're right. Yep, here it is. It's
Yes.
very small.
Yes,
You're right.
it was. Somebody sued him, and they were like, "You have to change the cover so the if
That
is
is
really
true.
tiny."
It is. It's very small on
Yeah.
the I. It's the big
If
I did it is in
I did
red,
it.
and then there's a little tiny if on the top of the I. I didn't see it. But there it
Paperback
is.
that's going to run you $12.
I'm listening to the audio version. I want O.J. Simpson to read it to me.
O.J.
I'm just kidding.
Siwa.
No, there's
I
no
want
way.
OJ Siwa to read it.
It's on what's that one that the like
It's
the
OJ
app
reading
that
it.
puts you to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has all the like stories to help you go to sleep. And it's OJ who's like, if I had killed her.
Here's how I would have done it.
I didn't do it, but if I did it, I'd do it
Yeah.
like this.
Let's talk about Coachella.
Okay.
Coachella.
We,
Here,
First
let me
weekend of
just tell
Coachella
you,
done.
and I
we,
think
we always talk about
I
it.
alluded
We
to
always hate
something
'em.
last year along these lines.
Go ahead.
But there was a time, John, where I was like yearning after Coachella.
I
I
still
was
wanna- I
like, if
still
I
wanna
could
go.
just go to Coachella, if I could just touch the robe of somebody that's been to Coachella, like everything will be fine. You know? And
That is
now
so
I kind of was like,
I
oh, looks
wanna go,
hot,
I
looks
wanna
sweaty.
Go so bad.
The lineup
Why?
looks great. The lineup looked great.
It sounds awful to me.
This year specifically, I've been seeing videos of how empty it is.
Yeah.
I will
was
tell
kinda
you
seeing
that
that
my
too.
sister-in-law, every year she buys tickets, and every year she sells them because she
Did she ever go before?
she's gone a couple times, I think, and
She really does sell them every year.
she like feels the anxiety when the tickets drop, and she like buys them because she's like, you know, we want to go, and then all of a sudden she's like. She said, I realize like I'm 30. Like, why do I want to
Yeah, they
go?
She's like
they
holding
definitely
on
didn't
to-
Take a
they
week
didn't
off
sell out
and-
her
this
past
year.
life. That's beautiful.
Well,
Good for her.
She always tells them, so if you guys want to go, you can buy them for $900, whatever they are.
That's also the part that kind of hurts.
Yeah, because then you have to reserve your
Couldn't justify
your either if you're staying in a hotel
I
or
looked
if
at the
you're at the
profit
carport.
margins
Yeah.
one year, and Coachella makes so much money. The organization that puts it on or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they make so much money because it's like low overhead. It's just literally like dirt field, and they just
Yeah.
bring in a couple stages,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I mean, talk about like, return on your.
It's getting really
investment.
big now because a lot of brands
Uh-huh.
are starting to like set
Sponsor
up their
an
own
area. Mm-hmm.
areas where it's like super bougie, and brands are also booking Airbnbs out and fully transforming it and inviting people.
If you could have seen one artist from Coachella, who would it have been?
From this last weekend,
Sure.
either Chapel Roan or Renee Rapp.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chapel
Did
was there?
And Renee Rapp.
And
Yeah.
Chapel Roan's having her moment too.
I know.
People are getting woke to her. She's like,
She's so good.
yeah, she blew up this weekend, certainly from Coachella. I would have liked to see No Doubt.
Yeah.
That would've
I
been
know. When I
awesome.
heard that No Doubt was playing Coachella, I was like,
Crazy.
oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah. I guess Lana's set was really good too.
I can't say I love Lana Del Rey.
I don't love her either, but I
You
guess
do?
her set was good.
Annie, you don't.
No.
She
I
gets
liked
a
her
lot
older
of hype.
stuff.
I liked her older stuff, but I feel like her newer stuff. I saw a quote from Tana, I don't know her last name, and
Mongo?
yeah, and
Mojo?
Trisha Paytas,
Yep.
and they said that they saw Gypsy Rose smoking a cigarette
No.
on the internet with
She just
her
got a
new
nose job.
boyfriend. She got a nose job. She dyed her hair blonde. She got divorced. Got her first tattoo, match tattoo with her ex-boyfriend.
Respect.
And there's
Gypsy
a
Rose is
clip-
having her hot girl summer.
Yeah,
It's
there's
happening.
a clip of her like smoking cigarettes in the parking lot of a grocery store with her new boyfriend, and they're like very Lana Del Rey coded. And I was like,
No.
poor Lana Del Rey, like that's
No,
the code you are.
That's
like, yikes.
that is word though. I feel that.
Coachella makes over $100 million each year, just
Oh.
about.
100 mil?
Profits outside of paying all their
Wow.
I
things.
feel like that's baseline now for a big festival like that.
I'm talking about paying people's salaries. Like
They've
they
already
make
paid
$100
everything.
million.
They
That's
pocket $100
that is
million.
like net.
Oh.
That's, yeah, that's
I
not
thought you
gross.
meant they're taking in.
No.
Net.
They make, after paying everybody,
100 mil.
Wow.
$100 million
$100
the organization
Who's
makes.
they?
But I
It's
bet
an
do they? I
organization.
bet they don't
know.
pay
John
any of those
Coachella.
artists. I bet those artists do it for free.
No, they get paid.
I'm pretty sure they.
Probably
have
not,
to-
Not a
It's not a
ton.
lot.
They have
That's
to
gotta be
submit.
most of the budget, right?
They have to submit and be chosen. Because I think I saw a video of someone
I
who.
think No Doubt's coming out to do a free show.
No, I'm sure they pay some of them, but I'm sure like some filler ones are like
the D
like
tier
I'm
ones.
sure Chaperone. She probably didn't get paid a ton.
Oh, okay.
She had a big
You know
set.
how much
though.
you get paid to do Coachella?
How much?
$3.
$10,000 to $15,000 to do Coachella.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Pretty good for.
Not
Okay.
a lot
Not
of
No
big
Doubt.
stars.
I mean, not
Not for-
No
not pretty
Doubt's
good for No
Doubt's not.
Doubt.
I bet you
Yeah.
that's a lower tier, like what they're saying.
But
It's
the
got to be a
small
sliding
tier
scale.
ones you have to submit. Because I think I saw a TikTok of an artist who was like, "I've been submitting to play Coachella for 8 years."
Yeah.
and finally I got it.
It
this year.
happens.
Not to
I
be
don't know.
harsh, but like, what are the odds? A small artist getting that? Like, what is your
Well,
audience
you
have
look
to
at all
be?
those artists in those
Yeah.
tiny print.
There's been
Oh,
some
okay.
like San Diego acts that
Cardi
have
B
made
made
it.
she made $70,000 each weekend, but she actually lost money because she
headliners?
spent $300,000 building her set.
Oh,
So they paid for
$300,000?
building their set.
yeah,
it's a big
It's got to
publicity
be
stunt.
people who are headlining get the big bucks.
Because then you're hoping
Did
like, oh, they saw me at Coachella. Maybe they'll buy my tour tickets for the summer.
Did Cardi B go to jail or something?
She did, I
Been in
think,
jail.
when she was
her husband
younger.
went to jail for
Recently?
dating a minor.
No,
so-
yeah, her husband.
No, I thought that was
right?
Nicki
I thought that was
Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
one of them.
Didn't I don't know.
Historical fiction podcast.
Nicki
I thought it was
Minaj
Cardi
is-
B.
No,
he's named
because
Minaj,
Ma-
you're right,
yeah,
you're
Meg
right.
the Stallion had this whole thing of like,
Sorry, Cardi B. No shade.
sorry, Cardi B comes
No
for
shade.
you, John.
Cardi B
shade.
did plead guilty in a Queens strip club fight in 2022, but she avoided jail
Oh, that's
time.
her whole thing. Remember, she
was
She
a
did.
stripper.
She
Yes.
posted on X 3 days ago. I'm so fucking famous. So I mean,
Jeez.
I think she's fine. She's obviously not in jail.
I just
Cardi
found out
B.
where Cardi B came from.
Yeah, strip club.
She was a stripper.
She was a stripper.
No. So her friend, her sister's name is Hennessy,
Uh huh.
and her real name is like Bianca or something.
Cardigan.
Yeah.
Cardigan Bianca.
And so they would call her Hennessy and then Bacardi because it was like two alcohols.
Bacardi. Cardi B.
And then so her Instagram was Bacardi, and then Bacardi was like, "You can't have this Instagram."
Oh.
And so she just moved the B to
Cardi B.
Cardi B, and then when she got famous, she
No.
just kept it.
Wow.
crazy.
That is good. Do you know Post Malone, the rapper?
Austin.
His name, yes, his name came from a rapper name generator app on his phone.
No.
Yeah, Post
heard
Malone.
that.
I love that.
Talk about a sliding scale. In 2004, Radiohead made $1 million for playing for the one weekend.
Well, that's
that was
Radiohead.
of
That's big.
Coachella.
You were here before.
$1 million. Wait, how has the money gone down?
Look you in the
Oh,
Stop.
Here we go.
Stop.
You float like
Stop.
that one might be the worst.
I like it a lot. Oh, we have a lot of fun here on What the Podcast.
we do. We
We
do.
really do. Annie, what do you got cooking over there?
She's cooking.
She's cooking up something.
Like what's happening in the news?
Yeah, what's happening
happening
in your news, in your world?
My news.
Yeah, I like to hear your take on things.
My take on things.
You know, things.
Give me a thing to have a take on.
I don't know. What are you cooking up, Annie? You're always cooking up something.
I don't know what you mean by cooking. I'm not cooking anything.
Watch this. Watch this.
That's really
John,
funny.
what are you cooking up
What
lately?
am I cooking up? I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I've been upgrading some stuff for the show. Obviously, been figuring out this new board, which has been
Yes.
super fun.
Yes.
And also just trying to organize stuff around here. That's all. But yeah, that's pretty much
Thanks,
it.
man.
Okay.
See something like that, but better.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead,
There you go.
Okay, hit me back.
Annie. Hey, Annie.
Hey.
What you cooking up lately?
You been working or something?
Yeah, I basically only work, which is nice.
Ugh.
Kind of. Another thing I've been cooking up, thanks for asking.
She's gonna transition.
Yeah, no, I'm going to transition. I have been doing a lot of research on the TikTok algorithm.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm very upset on our views.
Yes.
So if you're listening to this and you're not following us on TikTok,
What's your
Dead to me.
consensus on the TikTok algorithm? Got any?
I did a lot of
Anything to
research because
report?
we're kind of stuck at like the 200-ish views, which is weird because we weren't at that. And the thing I did before to fix that was like posting consistently and having like a similar platform and then like layout.
Yeah.
And I do all that stuff and make arguably better content than what we were posting
Which,
before.
by the way, you're doing a great job. Even if like the views aren't what they used to be, as you're saying, you're doing great.
And we get a pretty good
Quality-wise.
views to likes ratio.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked into it today and it was literally like, oh yeah, if you it basically was like, oh yeah, if you like, you know, did X, Y, or Z at any point in your TikTok, it's gonna put you to like a second tier algorithm. If you use one wrong hashtag, it's going to put you to a second tier. If you're using hashtags that you've already used before
Sucks.
on the same, so I'm like,
I've seen people
makes no
say
sense.
like, "Oh yeah, I've been
Can't.
shadow
Makes my
banned,"
brain hurt.
which is
Yeah.
like something that kind of you're getting at. Like people
Shadow
just
banned.
aren't seeing your videos.
and the thing is like, it's one thing if you want me to mindlessly sit there and make the algorithm, you
Yep.
know, get to understand me, and you want me to sit there for 7 hours on your app. It's another thing to make it where it's going to take me 7 hours to make a video for your app.
True.
There's also the algorithm if you use your own sound.
It's better or worse.
It's better.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it's a new generated sound that
Yeah.
TikTok is then like, oh, maybe other people want to use the sound. and they'll put it out.
We had a video that didn't do great, but it was a really funny clip.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to repost it and I like cut it a little differently.
Yep.
But I kept the original on there and this one, and it got like 4 views in the span of a day. When like, and the reality is like we usually get like 200 views in the span of
Okay,
like 3 hours.
I found out that when you repost things,
Oh yeah, they
only
like,
only your friends see it.
but it wasn't even repost. I cut it up,
Oh,
so it was like
I
different.
know that. I'll always repost things, and then only your friends see what you repost.
Would it? I wonder why, like all the mystery behind the algorithm, like
so annoying.
wouldn't it benefit
choose.
TikTok to just be like, here's the content that's going to do really well. Like if you post, like if it's a 1 minute video and it's got this and this and this, and it's an original content, like we're going to push that to the top. If it's, you know, well, I guess they couldn't really sell more advertising that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry about that. That was embarrassing.
No problem.
Jeez.
No problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want the courts to ban it at this point. I don't because I like TikTok.
You
and
want what? You want the courts to ban it?
Yeah, at this point, just like get it out of here.
Yeah.
I
After you just spent hours
Get it out of here.
investigating
Hours.
the algorithm.
Yeah, hours
You want
investigating
to
it.
ban it?
Just ban it. Do me a favor. Take it out of
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it out of my hands. That's
I
true.
For real.
If there's
It would
Yeah.
certainly like simplify a lot of things, right?
yeah,
We
I
could all
think-
just go
okay.
outside.
Here's the reality, right? Last week we watched a 20-year-old movie.
We
What did we watch last week?
Are you kidding me? We did a whole thing of like, oh my gosh, Shrek 2.
Shrek 2. You're talking about Shrek 2.
Two of you guys did.
And let us tell you, that movie, first of all, has an OJ. We watched it the day
The
OJ,
OJ
died. There's a
OJ
reference in it. We got a white Bronco.
We
kinda
got a
like
white
that.
Bronco.
Police brutality. Police brutality.
It's so good.
John,
So good.
can I just say that we talk about a lot of movies on this show,
yeah.
and we throw around words like greatest movie of all time at the drop of a hat. We say
Yeah,
it
we do say
all
it.
the
We
time.
do say it all the time.
But this Shrek 2 really surprised me because I like remember it being good, and it was even better than like the best I was remembering it. It was so
yeah.
good. The story beats hit, bum, 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 bum. Like you just like getting blasted through this story. Likable characters, pop culture references. It's like everything I love in a movie. The animation holds up for
Holds up.
2004. Holds up.
Really well.
Amazing.
And one thing I thought about, and I was like, man, maybe I haven't noticed it because like you throw on a movie you already know so that you can like do something else,
You
right?
can distract yourselves.
Yeah, well,
We
it's
come to
not
this
like you're
place
not
for-
like I'm gonna sit here and
do we come to this place
rewatch
for?
this movie.
Right? AMC, what do we come
Sorry.
What do we come to this
We
place
come
for?
to this place for magic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We come to AMC theaters to laugh. To cry. No, go
Let him
ahead,
do his-
Annie.
let
Go
him do
ahead.
his thing.
Let him cook.
Let him cook now.
And then there's like this moment where once you're watching the like rewatching a movie, you're not actually watching it because like you
Yeah,
already know
you
what's
already
happening.
know
You're
it.
like whatever. But being forced into a movie theater where you're like, if I go on my phone, like it's like socially wrong.
Uh-huh.
To be like forced to watch it, I'm like, man, like you notice so many little details. I'm like,
Yeah.
dang, I fully like overlooked that as a kid or it went over my head.
Yeah.
The amount of times they like cut
Awesome.
like cut off a phrase right before a curse
Dirty
word.
jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, gosh, that's hilarious.
You know what movie has so many of those?
What?
Toy Story.
Yeah, Toy Story's got a
There's
fair amount
some-
of innuendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some pretty bad ones.
No, I wouldn't say worse than Shrek. I'd say it's up there
It's probably the
because
same.
what's his name? Katzenberg left DreamWorks to go work for, or left Pixar to go work for DreamWorks.
Oh, Katzenberg.
Jeffrey Katzenberg, and he was like, is that right?
How do you know his name?
It's a whole thing. It's like Disney lore,
No.
studio lore.
Huh.
All that to say, I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I feel like we were better 20 years ago.
Yeah, we
Let's
watched
go back.
Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, and there's a scene in that movie
How are
where
you doing that?
they,
Yeah, I watched that last night.
good flick.
Good flick.
They drive.
It was actually
this,
pretty good.
this bus drives through a Blockbuster Video, and
Oh,
it made me so
crazy.
like nostalgic for Blockbuster Video.
What's crazy is like kids nowadays, like fully are like, huh?
Good these days.
They're like,
Guys,
VHS.
So desensitized by
I love
movies and television.
Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Gosh, we're
Yeah.
the same people.
You know, like, I don't know. Who cares, right? Like, kill Blockbuster. Let's just watch
Yeah.
Netflix. Anything we want forever.
It
like,
did get killed.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, the kids.
Except for one.
Do the kids care? And like, are we
No, we care.
lame for like yearning for a bygone era?
You're lame.
No, because records made it back.
But Blockbuster's never coming back, dude.
I know, but there's
Right?
going to be a time where
Didn't they make a movie
kids
about it?
where kids are literally going to
The
be
last
like,
Blockbuster.
oh my gosh, I'm going to start collecting VHSs. And they're going to go to thrift stores and try and find the good VHS. It's gonna come
VHSs I
back.
get, but like DVDs aren't gonna come back. Vinyl I get, but like CDs aren't
Wait,
coming.
Did you
back.
ever go to
Wait, whoa, whoa,
Blockbuster for
whoa, whoa, whoa.
DVDs?
No, you're
Whoa,
missing my
whoa,
point. You're
whoa.
missing my point.
There's someone. Oh, this is unlocking a memory.
Okay.
Look up the celebrity who owns I think it might be Pete Davidson. Someone like some random celebrity has a huge collection
Pete
of
Davidson.
VHSs
Pete
because
Davidson.
he thinks that they're gonna come back like records.
Yeah.
Pete.
Yeah.
It's Pete
It
Davidson. He bought a crap ton
Yeah.
of them on eBay.
Do you want to know
He also
what
owns the,
VHS
Staten Island
I
Ferry.
literally see the most of in thrift stores?
Go ahead. Titanic.
Pocahontas.
Oh.
I see rows of just Pocahontas all the time in thrift stores.
I
What do
feel
you
like
think that is.
there's a
I
now
don't
is that
know.
anti-indigenous
a-
people or anti-colonizers to be giving that up?
but I guess
I
like
don't know.
VHSs are still like another degree of because I feel like do you get what I'm saying? Like vinyl made a comeback because I feel like vinyl compared to MP3 is so like tangible.
Yeah.
But
So
like
is VHS.
CDs are kind of in the middle. So
Yeah.
I don't think CDs are going to come back.
No,
now
I don't
here's
think so
what
either.
I think. Okay, now I think you're wrong.
Even though I
Okay.
collect them.
because I think that what kids are going to start doing, which kids as in me, I'm going to start doing
Okay,
this.
the book.
I'm going to start burning CDs again.
Oh.
I'm going to make mixtapes and for presents, for whatever.
You're
I'm going to
not.
start. Yeah.
Well, you are because you'll do anything to get out of work. So I believe you will. I believe you'll go to a coffee shop and burn a CD. I believe that.
Whoa. Oh, I didn't like that sound.
Wait, where's the I'm looking for the no. Where's the there it is.
There it is.
Back
oldie but a goldie.
Back
Learn
in
that.
Yield 2015, Ryan would do that for me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He made CD
Dude,
mixtapes all the time.
in high school, I was making mix CDs all the time.
Yeah.
That was like currency. Yeah.
There was one I remember. He was going on a trip. I think it was
But
you guys
that-
were leaving for
okay,
New York, and he
okay.
left it in his parents' mailbox for me to go and get.
That's cute.
It was cute. But like I feel like
The mailman
I
steals
didn't
it.
stop. Like, okay, so by 2015, like I had already been making mix CDs
Yeah.
since like 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
So I don't think I ever stopped.
Yeah.
And it never like it didn't come back. That was just like me still.
The worst part about the
Making
CD
them.
is I immediately would take it, put it onto my iTunes
Yeah.
on my computer,
Mm-hmm.
but none of the songs were named.
Yeah.
So I'd
That's
have
the
to go
problem.
through and name them.
There's
the
there's
artist.
strictly
Kind of the beauty of it.
and
though.
talk about
know, but I
bygone
wish I had my
era.
frickin-
but now
my pink
does
CD
your car
player.
does your car have a CD player? My car
Jeep
doesn't have a CD
might.
player.
My
now.
car doesn't have
and
a
that
CD
was
player
predominantly
anymore.
where you listen to mix
Yeah.
CDs was in the
Yeah.
car.
I did.
Oh,
My-
I didn't even think about it. My computer doesn't even have a CD RAM
Yeah,
anymore.
you have to get
I was gonna say.
No,
the
I have
attachment.
an external CD player for my.
she'll
computer.
do it, guys. She'll do
That's
it.
that might
She'll
be.
bring you a CD
and
and
it'll
she'll
be
go,
on you to figure
no,
out how
this
to
is
listen.
crazy. She'll bring you a CD someday and she'll go like, I have like 100 emails to respond
If
to.
one
But
of
here's- I
you-
made this mixtape for
And
you.
I'll be like burdened with having to get my own DVD burner so I can plug it into my computer to listen to it. I'll be like, can I borrow yours?
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Annie?
no, I'm burning too many CDs. I don't have time to let you borrow.
Actually, I'm really backed up right now.
What's
I
great
have
is our
17 CDs to
That's
make
really
today
funny.
our record
alone.
player has
That's
a
really
CD.
funny. That's
port.
right.
That's why we like that record player because it has it and it has a tape one too.
No, okay,
Do you
guys,
listen
get
to
this.
like
do you listen
every
to
format.
CDs, though?
I have a
I'll throw on
couple
a CD.
Taylor Swift ones that when she first releases new albums, she'll be like, "Oh, there's this song that's specifically on the Target."
Do you have the CD that she
So I'll buy
says
the
you're
CD.
gay? Does she have? Do you have that one?
No, that was the
I think
original
I might
debut.
have had that one. I don't know if
Original
I still
debut.
do.
I've been searching for that one at whenever I go to thrift stores. I
Canceled.
search for that one.
Hashtag canceled.
I miss my my CD changer and my Bug because it was in the trunk.
Ugh.
And you would load different CDs like face up.
Yeah, that
and
was
it was
bonkers.
a changer.
Yeah.
Bygone era.
Every time I
saw-
put things in my trunk, I'd be like, "Oh,
Talk about
hit it.
I saw on Facebook Marketplace there was a CD player and you could store like 45 CDs in it.
Ugh.
And it would when it went to
Oh.
change the CD, it had a glass window in the front and it would show like the mechanism
Yeah.
pulling the CD
Yeah.
out of the slot and then dropping it on the CD player. And I thought I should get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was
I want to find my old
Turn
CD
it
player
you.
I didn't.
so bad."
What do you think we take for granted now? That's going to be like.
I
in?
wish I had.
Yeah. But I feel like that's
don't
pretty cool
know.
even for then. Was like the 40 like.
I think
The
that's the thing
multiple
is
CD changer.
we've compacted everything, which is so awesome. But we've missed those. Like I have a friend from Kazakhstan, and
Of course.
her and I were talking the other day, and we were talking about. I said, you know those glass globes that had like electricity in them, and you'd
Yeah.
like touch it.
Yes.
And she was like, no. She literally said, no, Annie, I'm from a third world country.
They didn't
We
have
just-
Chuck E. Cheese over
she
there?
literally was like, we just hope to have electricity, let alone put the electricity as a toy. And I was like, that's a great point. So I bought her one.
Nice.
And then I said, the next thing I'm getting you is a lava lamp. And she goes, oh, I used to watch Shark Tales. With
Shark
movie.
Tale.
Shark
with Will
Tale?
Smith and Jack Black. And she goes, and there's a lava lamp in that movie. She'd never seen even a video of a real one. She didn't realize they were actual
She didn't
things.
watch. They didn't have that '70s show over there in
She didn't
Kazakhstan.
watch. She didn't watch it. And so we
so
found
they had it, but she didn't watch it.
Yeah, I guess so. But we pulled up a video.
She was your friend.
We pulled up a video on a 4-hour loop of a lava lamp on YouTube. Oh. And she was like, oh my gosh. I go, listen, these
that's so
things
good.
were so cool. And I was like trying to explain to her, I go, but the problem is like, even now, if you were to get one, you'd have to go and find a light bulb that would actually get hot. Because now all of them are like cool to touch, low electricity, like they won't get hot.
No, the real ones get hot.
You have to like go find a heat lamp basically.
Yeah.
To get, because the whole thing is it's like burning up.
My brother has
was
a lava
never-
lamp and he like randomly wanted one 2 Christmases ago. My mom bought it for him. And I saw it one time. It was like it sat in the attic for like probably 6 months and he brought it down. He's like, oh, look what I found. I was
new
like, cool.
ones?
And I was like, it looked crusty. I'm like, this is not going to work. It is not going to work.
yeah, it
And he's like,
does.
no, give it time. He plugs in and I come over next time and it's fully like back in its thing. And
I
was
do have
like,
to say the new
"What?"
ones break a lot easier because Ryan got Emma one for Christmas one year, and literally by like 6 months later, it broke.
What do you mean
It
broke?
wouldn't heat up anymore. Like the blob on the inside, no matter how long it was plugged in.
See, I thought
wouldn't
that,
move.
but
Hey,
my
guys,
brothers
check
came
this
back
out.
to life.
Yeah, I see it.
That's the one I pulled up.
So cool.
So cool.
Bloop.
And it's things like that where I'm like, we have stuff like so quickly at our fingertips, and they've made things so efficient, which that is cool, but it takes away like that. The like
Yeah.
patience of watching the thing drop.
I agree with you, but I don't know if I'd like directly connect lava lamps
Okay,
to that.
is
Well,
there?
I do.
I fully agree with you. I think that like
It seems like,
like-
you didn't
like,
really appreciate
I
lava
wrote-
lamps.
He's obsessed.
Annie,
with
I
lava
have a
lamps.
lava lamp.
Here-
Word.
Whose side are you on?
Mine.
What besides a lava lamp?
Obviously.
so something cool.
Remember that whole thing we had years ago?
Oh, the marriage
Stood
thing?
in front of all of our friends.
whatever.
And
I
Kara
remember
said,
it.
Girl
Okay.
by
code.
law and by God, I'm on your side now, Ryan.
Girl code. Have you ever listened to
I'm brave.
Goodbye Earl by the Dixie Chicks? Marriage don't mean nothing when you got girls with you.
That is so toxic. I can't
Yeah,
even
that was
begin
crazy.
to unpack
Okay.
it.
I rode in a Tesla recently and like no buttons. No buttons.
I hate
you know?
guys. I
There's no
hate you
button.
guys.
I want a button or and a knot. John,
I
Look me dead in the eye.
That
Look
is
me dead in the
on
eye
par
and
with
tell
saying,
me.
I want to put gas in my electric car. That's crazy.
You know damn well what I'm
Why,
talking
Ryan?
about,
You
John.
have screens everywhere. Why do you need buttons?
I
Just
want a
use-
button.
What do you want?
I
to-
like buttons.
Like,
What, do you want a button keyboard again? What's wrong
awesome.
with you?
Yes. I want buttons and I want knobs and I want levers.
What?
Okay.
What?
I want dials and I
levers
want
is crazy.
switches.
Levers is crazy.
On the zone of lava lamps, what is
Yeah.
one cool toy you wish you would have had or did own?
Oh, great
You
question.
put me on the spot here. I don't
I know.
That's
Great
John
question.
wants a Tesla. That's the toy he wants.
No, back then,
Big
like an
touch
old
screen on
school.
I
You're
never got
so
it. Like
That
I
you
always
never
Well, I can
got.
tell you right now.
I asked for it every Christmas and didn't get it.
My parents never let us have Power Wheels, like the little miniature cars for kids.
Yeah.
My dad would never.
You never oh,
never had one.
that's sad.
Our neighbor had a bunch, and we got to ride those. But my dad never did. And then in the moment his first grandson came along, he has like a whole fleet of them.
I was about to
I'm
say
like-
your nephews have them.
Yep, my dad wouldn't let him. My mom was like rallying for us. She said she was like,
Wow.
they were in like hour-long debates about it, and my dad's
my
like, nope, they're
gosh.
dangerous, they're dangerous. My mom's like, it's really not that serious. and then
cool.
yeah,
I
Power
had a
Wheels.
Barbie one.
I had a Barbie quad.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
loved those.
Just rub it in my face, guys.
Airsoft guns. Because all my friends were like delinquents.
Oh, I love those.
And so I was like, "Can I have an airsoft gun?" And it was like, "No, you'll shoot your eye out." Right?
Yeah.
Classic. And so I'd go to other friends'
so beautiful.
houses and shoot the airsoft guns, and my mom would be like, "What were you doing at their house?" I was like, "Nothing, reading."
Reading the Bible
She's
specifically.
like, "Were you playing with airsoft guns?"
How did she know? Smell the
But
gun
this was
smoke on
also
your
the
hand?
same family. I'd go over to their house, and like the older brother would like pull out a machete and be like,
Oh my
"Check out
God.
this cool knife." And I'd be like, "What the hell?" And they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Let's go out into the cul-de-sac and like crack bull whips." Like,
That's the family you
Yeah.
want to run to when
Yeah.
the world starts to devolve into an
Is this a
apocalypse.
family whose last name starts with an N?
we'll cut that out.
Okay. I'm right.
We'll cut that out.
I'm right.
No, we won't.
And we
but-
won't.
I always wanted the infomercial ones.
Yeah.
I wanted the
Oh, you're
like,
talking about the cake insert one?
no, not
No,
the food ones.
It's the rainbow markers.
I wanted the freaking rainbow ones.
Yeah.
So
moon shoes. Moon shoes.
we had moon shoes. They sucked. They were really bad. Noah got them for Christmas one
We
year.
were in a different class bracket.
Yeah,
and you had
no
moon
kidding.
shoes.
Yeah, they were. They
We
were.
used to
awful.
watch that commercial
They
for
were
fun.
awful. They did not work. No, I wanted the markers, and I have to say the coolest thing I ever owned as a kid was that plastic diary that you had to set a voice password.
I had that
to.
too.
Oh, the
I
limited
saw a
2 one.
TikToker who found one at
Yeah.
Goodwill and was reading entries out of the diary. It
I
was
think I think you
hilarious.
sent that to me.
Yeah.
I think I
I-
saw it.
So funny.
So
I don't
funny.
even know what I would have written in it.
Yeah.
She was reading, and it was like drama between her friends. It was like she was like they were like developing plot lines. Like this girl had journaled every,
Yes.
kind of like you, journaled every day as like
I'm
a
sh-
fifth
oh,
grader.
I
You should
want to
have
know where
started
mine
earlier.
is so bad.
Oh, we'll
It's
get
got to
there.
be somewhere in
You
my
gotta be
parents'
careful
house.
with what you write down. Either put more stuff in code or.
Heart, dot, dot,
Not as a
dot.
kid. As a
go.
kid, it's all
I'm,
stupid
no, I'm
stuff.
serious, Kara. Ruby Franks, she was abusing her kids, but she got caught because she wrote it all down.
Yeah.
Who? What was that?
The
What?
8 passengers
Yeah.
TikTok girl.
Oh, she
Yeah.
wrote
They
it all
literally
down.
they
She
went through
diaried
all of
it.
her. She literally diaried like
Beat my kids today.
Hate
No,
to break it to you,
not-
Ryan.
not
if
even-
anything happens in your house and they come
Oh.
to find, it's all in the.
They're
journal.
gonna get us.
Oh,
They're going
that
straight to
journal.
the source.
Yeah,
They're gonna
like,
see.
Oh,
They're gonna go, where are the
which
journals?
entry
And
is
they're gonna
that?
take
10
a whole
years
stack
of
of 'em.
debauchery.
Yeah.
I think I've written anything illegal in there.
Better not.
It's just a joint.
We
she's
started
taped in there
dating when
from
I was 19,
2012.
Kara.
Yeah, but I don't think
You
I've
can
written
still-
anything down.
You can still do
And
illegal
also
things as
Romeo
an
and Juliet
adult.
laws.
What?
Oh,
What does that mean? What is that?
she's older than you.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
Get her.
Get her. Get her.
I don't know. Who cares?
Oh my god.
doesn't matter really.
You know, bygone era. Annie, last your thing.
Oh, but the thing I wanted.
Yeah, the thing you wanted
The
never
thing
had.
I wanted. You're gonna put me on the spot. I guess pogo stick.
Oh,
But like
You never had a pogo stick?
I had a pogo stick.
You
I never
a pogo
had
stick?
one.
You know what I saw today?
Yeah, you
at
had moon
Costco?
shoes. You didn't need one.
I saw this today at Costco and I was like, I want that. And it brought me back to childhood. It was this girl had normal shoes on. And do you guys remember Heelys?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Very well.
Heelys-esque, but it was a Razor, the scooters. It was a Razor scooter product. And it was 2 wheels that you strap onto whatever shoe.
Yeah, seen that.
And you like ride it like Heelys, but
relatively
less,
new.
less
What's so
That's a
funny
broken
is it's
ankle
like
waiting to
it's like
happen.
new old because roller skates back in the
That's
day
how they used
when
to
our
do it.
parents
Platforms
were
that you
kids
just tie onto your
were
shoes.
tie on.
Yeah.
So they're just bringing them
That's
back.
how my dad had them, and they were literally
Same.
metal wheels.
They were
Heelys,
metal.
Everything.
Heelys were unmatched, though. I mean,
and I had a
with
pair.
the tool, and you popped
Do you
out the
remember
little
walking
nubbins that
through
went in there, and you slapped
walking
your wheels
through Toys
in.
R Us and seeing them for the first time?
I did have Heelys.
We
but
went to Toys R Us
as a teenager.
so many times.
When at my school, there was poles down all the area, like down where the classrooms were, and I would roll down, and I'd use the poles, and I'd continue to push myself
Did you
all
have
the way down the
Heelys?
Oh,
hallway.
I had
Yeah.
Heelys.
I couldn't
I gotta
do
say,
them. I still couldn't do
if
them.
you're not actively healing, worst thing to ever, you
Sure.
want them off your body as
Sure.
soon as possible. If you're
I
not like
tried
actively
them.
rolling,
I
Did
tried
you
them
have-
one time in
Yeah.
a hallway of a Toys R Us. It was the Barbie ones, of
Okay.
course. Tried them on,
Of course.
immediately fell on my butt and said, nope. Can't
Yeah,
do
there are
this.
two
You
versions
seem exactly
of them.
like the kind of
Okay.
person.
They're
who
the
wouldn't
ones
like
where
them.
you had to pop the wheels in yourself.
yes.
Yes.
Or they were the ones with the button where the wheel
Yep.
stayed in and it popped out.
That was the newer
and you could
version.
just like click, click.
Awesome.
Heelys.
Why are we not doing Heelys
Wait a
now?
sec.
They have them.
We
They
should
have
get-
adult Heelys.
and we can go clunk, and they pop
Click,
out.
And they
Yep.
pop out.
I'm
Yeah.
looking up how much they are.
Cool. Yeah.
And
Order- just order them. TikTok
what if you
shop.
brought those to Disneyland?
You're not allowed.
Ask me how I know you're not allowed.
You got banned for healing at Disneyland?
No.
I didn't even get
had to
halfway
stop.
up the Main Street USA, and they said, you got to take the wheels out of your shoes.
Yep.
I said, are you kidding me? And they said, no.
You
and
can
so
buy.
I had to walk. So you know how they're heavy, so they can support you while you're freaking healing.
Yeah.
So I just had to. Yeah, I felt like I was wearing like those clogs, those wooden clogs, like clunk, 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 like
When was
the
this?
rest of the day.
When was this?
I was in like high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Funny.
that's
You
not
can
funny,
buy
Annie.
Heelys brand.
I was in
think
my
it's
youth.
Funny.
I was in
it's
my
funny
youth.
that you wanted to Healy. Like I think everyone else was
Yeah.
like, you know what, healing is probably not a good mode of transportation at like, you know, the 8th grade. But you dead ass in high
Yeah.
school being like,
Yeah, sophomore
you know
year.
what?
16 years old,
Heelys.
17 years old.
You can buy
I knew it
the
was a
like,
bit. I knew it was a bit.
you can
Walking
buy the
around,
really
the
chunky,
Disneyland.
chunky ones still from Heelys for like $60.
Look at these.
But they also have
Alexa,
these like
order
these
4
ones.
pairs of Heelys.
these
ones we're
really
talking
cool like white van looking ones.
Okay,
They
those
click
ones.
out.
Okay, let's get them.
Let's get them.
Let's get them.
It's
There
a
it is.
business write off.
I hate to say it, but we got to wrap the show up.
Oh,
guys.
we gotta
get
get
going.
going.
Do we do post show before or after the pizza?
Before.
We
Get
have plenty
done.
of time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We got time?
Let's sign off though.
Guys, this episode is brought to you by Costco. Costco.
We're Costco guys.
We're Costco guys. Of course, we have to shop while eating a chicken bake. We're Costco guys.
No, okay, just
Of course,
end
we
it
got to
there.
try the new.
There.
Costco guys.
No.
We're Costco guys.
Right?
Of course, we have to shop while
Ryan?
eating a chicken bake.
That's so good.
Of course, we have to try the new double chocolate cookie.
I'm really hoping these effects stick. 'Cause
Yeah, me too. They're so funny. On the couch, as always, Kara Tafoya, Annie the Scove Scoveman. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And we'll see you next week on What the Podcast. Oh, go to Patreon. Listen to the post show.
This is the post show.
I think that's so funny. I don't know why.
It's going to link down below. You can watch us talk for, I don't know, 15 more minutes. We'll say some curse words maybe.